What's up, YouTube? Haven't done a video in a while, and I wanted to show you guys what I'm doing today. I'm working on my 2014 Dodge Viper TA, doing a couple intake mods, and I'm just gonna give you guys step by step. Not too much info and videos online on people modifying Vipers. It's a pretty rare car to begin with, and then not too many modify them from stock. So I'm gonna show you what I got going on here and see if you guys like it. Alright, so here are my parts. I got them all laid out. We got obviously the K&N drop-in panel filter. Some people have said there's been a gain of 10 horsepower from the filters. I don't even know if my stock one's dirty or not, but everybody's recommending to try a K&N. These smooth tubes are from a company called Mod Mafia. Obviously they're just some silicone couplers, but they come with some nice T-bolt clamps. We have Doug Shelby Engineering single sealed catch can, super high quality, made out of billet aluminum. They give you everything you need. We'll see how it is installed. I'm guessing I'm going to have to cut this hose at some point, but also the Doug Shelby Engineering heat shield. So these cars are extremely sensitive to IATs, which is intake air temperatures, and this is supposedly to lower our IATs 10 to 20 degrees, which is huge. If a Viper's IATs are higher than 78 degrees, I believe, the car starts pulling timing. So this is supposed to help a bunch, especially in Florida. If we keep the IATs low and pulling no timing, this thing's going to feel a lot faster. So looking forward to that. Also with the smooth tubes, our cars here with these Vipers are so sensitive. If you put simply this on instead of the stock accordion pipe, you'll throw a check engine light. Luckily I have the Aero Racing ECU that shuts off that function and won't throw a check engine light, so you can't do a simple coupler change because these Vipers are so sensitive. Just a lot of things with Vipers that are definitely different. Mustangs were definitely not nearly as sensitive, but if you haven't really seen my car, here is my Viper, and we'll show you what we got going. For most of you that don't know, you could literally walk up to a Viper, pull the latch right here, and lift up. And that's how you open the hood on a Viper. But we will be taking off the whole intake assembly, replacing these, the heat shields going under the air box and underneath the tubes, and then it's a passenger side catch can here, so we'll be installing that on the passenger side. So I'm going to take this whole assembly off and go from there. Got the air box out. Fairly simple. Two hand tight screws with little T's on the end. Went down in this little rubber grommet and loosened the two hose clamps and took off this vacuum hose, and we're in business. So that is what 8.4 liter V10 Viper airbox looks like. Filter doesn't look too dirty. Airbox is a little dirty underneath. Got my hands all dirty, but next to install the heat shield. Alright, so they made me attach these 4 screws with Loctite, put the 2 pieces together, and I had to take these clips out of the radiator and put them on the airbox. So now that is going in next, and we'll see what. We'll got the tubes off the airbox, got the heat shield laying in there right now, but gotta take these off to put on the smooth tubes and to put on the K&N filter. But here's the difference. These funnel bigger on the right side, funnel down just like the factory tube. The only difference is inside is smooth. There's a couple little steps in there, you know, in gain and flow. I don't know how much you would really get, but I say there's going to be no turbulence anymore. That would be the biggest gain. But I'm going to put these on inspect the factory filter, see what that looks like, and keep charging. Well, this is the stock filter. It looks fairly clean. The cotton's definitely weird in this filter. It kind of looks all messed up on the edges. This is a Ram Air setup here from the factory Viper. Just it's got a snorkel that, you know, you ram rocks, dirt, dust, and it's fairly clean. I don't really see it being very dirty at all, so very surprising. There's been a lot of discussion what's better, stock or not, but the stock filter is definitely thicker than the K&N. But people are saying there's gains with it, so huge difference in thickness. But we're going with the K&N. You can clean it whenever you want. You don't have that crappy looking cotton stuff, so we'll get this stuff installed. Gonna clean the air box inside and out, and keep chugging along, guys. Well, I got the air box in the heat shield, smooth tubes, everything locked and loaded. Had to take the valve covers off to get this PCB. I could tell you that it's kind of a pain in the butt with this huge hood and leaning over a big V10, but took off there under the intake manifold, and we'll be installing the catch can probably right here, and we'll get this oil buildup out of the intake. Well, about an hour later, finally got the catch can mounted up here. Screws out the bottom to empty it out every 1,000 miles they recommended. Got that hose there, routed this nice and clean underneath this bar all the way to underneath the intake manifold. That was a job. You can't get your hand in there. Once you put the fitting on, you can't really take it off. It's super tight, so I'm sweating. It was a heck of a job. It's just inexperience working on these cars. First time working on a Viper, so had to take the X brace off, had to take the coil covers off. So it was quite the job. A lot of things I didn't know I was gonna, you know, hit a roadblock with. So it was definitely hard work. I'm glad I got air conditioning in this garage, or I'd be dying right now. But it looks like it's all good. Gonna button it up, and I'll show you the finished product. All done. Got the X brace and the coil covers back on. This carbon fiber X brace is badass looking. It's definitely partially why I went with the TA. So we're just gonna hook up the throttle bodies, and we should be ready to fire. So get a start up here in a second. Hopefully. Well, let's see if this thing fires up. Alright, that's a good sign. Looks like no check engine light. It's a little dirty, so don't judge me, guys. Guess I'll just pop the hood quick just to make sure nothing obvious happens. Breathers on there. I think we're good. Well, we got the heat shield, the smooth tubes, the K&N filter, and this complete. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I am done for today. I got to fly out to Chicago. We race Michigan and Wisconsin this weekend.